Hi, welcome to Dixy Storytime World. Landis and the Pink Unicorn by L.A Maldonado. To get your copy of this book, check the links in the description at the bottom of this video. Landis was a young 2-year-old little girl that loved unicorns. She absolutely loved them. A horse with a horn that could gallop on rainbows sincerely felt as if it was amazing. It was her dream to one day meet a unicorn like her Sparkles. Of course, her Sparkles was a pink unicorn stuffed toy that she had. She loved him. He was so soft and fluffy and snuggly. She could snuggle with him forever. "Good night, honey," she heard a murmur from her mummy, and she mumbled back, her little face digging into the side of her pink unicorn stuffed toy. She was so glad to have such wonderful parents and friends, and so glad to have such beautiful people as family. They always bought her beautiful unicorn-themed presents whenever they came to visit. But Mummy would always insist upon her to share with her friends, and Landis didn't mind. Sharing was caring, and Mummy said it was bad to show off. So, yes, Landis was a cute little girl with blonde hair with a love for unicorns unmatched by any other. That is why Landis wanted to see a unicorn. Whenever she slept, prayed, and went to the church, she prayed to God to let her meet a unicorn. And unlike any other day, she wished the same thing. "Please, God, let me meet a unicorn," she prayed, her eyes closing as she was lulled off to sleep. She didn't know how long she slept, but all night long she felt warm and comforted. It was like sleeping in Mummy's arms whenever they were going out on a long trip, or like sitting in Daddy's lap. It was warm, comfortable, and exactly what she wanted, a great night's rest. But when she woke up, she didn't wake up in her bed. She was lying on grass in a world filled with sunshine and flowers. The sweet scent of roses and lilies was very powerful in the air, her favorite flowers, and there were a lot of ponies everywhere. She liked ponies. They were just like unicorns. But what did catch her eye was Sparkles. He was not in her arms. He was sitting on a rock, looking at her with his beady black eyes, his pink fur and purple mane, along with his horn, looking at her as if she was a friend. "Mr. Sparkles," she mumbled, looking around confused. Where was she? She wasn't in her bed. What was this? Where are we? "You prayed to meet me, child." She heard a soft, melodious voice in her head. Mr. Sparkles transformed. He grew bigger and larger, far larger than her. He grew taller and became more real. He became a lot better than he was at first, and soon enough he became a real stuffed unicorn. Landis gasped. She couldn't believe her eyes at the transformation of Mr. Sparkles. "I am not Mr." the unicorn neighed, her voice definitely melodious. "All unicorns are graceful females, my precious Landis." You? Landis couldn't believe it. She was actually meeting and talking to her stuffed toy. Her Sparkles was a real unicorn. "You're real." She didn't know whether to be surprised or joyed, and she chose to be both, squealing in delight as the unicorn leaned down to nuzzle her little face. "Of course I am real. I come to anyone who has a pure heart, like you do." Sparkles neighed again, rainbows following her as she walked. "You wished to meet me. You wished to see a real unicorn. So here I am." I She was awed and joyed, of course. I can ride you? Please, I always wanted to ride on a unicorn. Oh, can you use magic? Can you really heal everything? My dear, do not ask questions. Time is very strange." The unicorn gave a giggling neigh as she bent down, motioning toward her back. "Come on, sit on my back. We will explore the world together. Yes! Landis cheered gleefully, jumping on the unicorn's back. Sparkles gave a few nudges and stretches to make sure that the girl wouldn't fall off, and with a large neigh, she took off. Rainbows followed wherever she ran, and Landis giggled and cheered, watching the sceneries change rapidly, from grassy plants to snowy mountains, from the dark, scary forest to the sunny beachside. They glided across all manner of roads, plains, mountains, and even on top of the water. Landis heard another neigh, and she gasped as she saw other unicorns run alongside them. All of them had their own rainbows behind them, their golden horns shining in powerful light that made Landis feel all the warmer and safer. She hugged herself to Sparkle's neck and smiled delightfully. She didn't know how long they were running for, but she loved it. She loved the unicorns, and she loved this peaceful world. I love you, Sparkles, she whispered. I love you too, Landis. It was true. She knew praying to God would get her dreams met. She knew unicorns were real. She knew everything was real. Landis! Gasp! Mummy! She had to tell Mummy about this. She had to show her how big and beautiful Miss Sparkles was. Landis, wake up! Her eyes suddenly opened and Sparkles vanished. The beautiful world vanished, and she woke up in her pink bed, her Miss Sparkles clenched in her hand as she woke up. Dear, it's morning, her mother said, rubbing her chin. Wake up now. She couldn't believe it. Had it all been a dream? She looked down at Miss Sparkles, and suddenly she saw the gleam in the beady eyes. Her mind-shattering sorrow instantly turned into joy. Even if it was a dream, she knew the truth. Sparkles was, after all, her unicorn, and she loved her. Yes, Mummy, she whispered. Even if it was a dream, it didn't matter as long as she could have the same dream. The end. Thank you, kids, for listening. And when you go to sleep tonight, enjoy your awesome dreams with your unicorns. Bye for now.